Today we're going to be looking at intermolecular forces and the way that those affect the properties of liquids. And the properties that we're going to be looking at are the heat of vaporization, the vapor pressure, boiling point, and surface tension. The way I like to describe intermolecular forces to people is picture, a couple molecules and they're holding onto each other really tight. Well, we know that the heat of vaporization is these molecules breaking apart and turning into steam and going into the atmosphere, right? So if those molecules are holding onto each other really tight within a liquid, they're going to have more resistance to break apart and to spread out into the atmosphere. So for that example, the stronger those are holding onto each other, the greater the temperature is going to be to need to break those apart. If we look at vapor pressure is kind of like the willingness of those molecules to be released into the atmosphere. So when there's stronger forces holding them together, they're going to have more of a resistance to break apart and spread into the atmosphere. The boiling point is directly related to the vapor pressure in the sense that, if these molecules are holding onto each other really tight, just like the previous two examples, they're going to be less likely to split apart and vaporize. And what boiling point is it's the point at which the vapor pressure is equal to the atmospheric pressure. So with a lower vapor pressure, we're going to have a greater or a higher boiling point. If we look at surface tension, let's use water as an example. Water uses hydrogen bonding, which is the strongest intermolecular force. And the fact that you see insects walking on water is because those molecules within water are tightly packed, and the weight of the insect isn't great enough to break through those molecules. So with stronger intermolecular forces, we have a greater surface tension, and surface tension, once again, is just the resistance of that liquid, increasing its surface area for an external force. So to recap, the stronger the intermolecular forces, the greater the heat of vaporization, the lower the vapor pressure, the higher the boiling point, and the greater the surface tension. One easy way to remember it is when the strength of intermolecular forces goes up, the only one you really need to remember is that vapor pressure lowers. Other than that, they all go up. Alrighty, guys.